Let them be derived from one another for this matter as well. My answer is Omicron, that explanation is not possible. For the verse states, the Apostle says, with regard to the seducer, the Isha of a man shall seduce a virgin, he shall provide her with a marriage settlement to be a wife for him. Loi midaitoi, for him, implies with his consent. The Mishnah stated as explanation of the third distinction between the violator and the seducer. How does a violator drink from his pot? However, if she is unfit to enter into matrimony with a Jew, he is not permitted to keep her. In other words, if let's say it was a Kohen that violated a Gerusha, he's not allowed to marry the Gerusha. Or let's say if a Yisrael violated a Mamzer, he's not a Mamzeres, he's not allowed to marry her, right? Well, questions this ruling. Rav Kana said, I say the following argument in the presence of a Zvid from the door. Let him, the positive commandment, come and override the negative commandment. Rav Kana reports to Rav Zvid's response. He said to me, where do we say let us the positive commandment come and override the negative commandment? Case like a circumcision of a foreskin that is afflicted with tsaras, where it is impossible to choose not to fulfill the positive commandment. But here, although the violator is positively commanded to marry his victim, if she says that I do not want him for a husband, is there a positive commandment at all? No. Mishnah presents another difference between. Then he has to give the knas, right? The Mishnah presents another difference between the case of violation and the abduction. Same Mishnah is also in discussion regarding an orphan who was betrothed and then divorced. Elazar says, the one who violates her is liable for the fine, Vata Potter, and the one who seduces her is exempt. In other words, she was convinced. Just like that. Gemara identifies that the source of the Mishnah ruling. Rav Chana said the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Elazar, Rashidas, Rabbi Kiva, Rabbi Rabbi Elazar stated this ruling in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Kiva's teacher, who said regarding a Naira who was betrothed and then divorced, Yeshlo Kanas La'atzma. She has a right to the fine, and her fine belongs to her. From what evidence do I say that Rabbi Elazar holds like Rabbi Kiva of the Mishnah Mekdani, from that which Mishnah states, Slaving Rabbi Elazar Omer Oinus Chai from Vata Potter. Often Rabbi Elazar says the one who violates her is liable and the one who seduces her is exempt. Now, the ruling in the case of an orphan is obvious. Rather than the Mishnah is teaching us this, the Narish Nisarsh Niskasha the Hinara who was betrothed and divorced and whose father is still alive is like an orphan. That is just as the fine in the case of an orphan belongs to her. So too the fine in the case of an Nara who was betrothed and divorced belongs to her. The Gemara rules. Rabbi Shila said in the name of Rabbi Shila, Rabbi Luna Safam said in the name of Luna the elder, Rava who said in the name of Rav who said in the name of Rav. The law accords with the ruling of Rabbi Elazar. Kari, Rav later Rabbi Elazar Tevina the Chakima, and Rav proclaimed upon Rabbi Elazar his title most fortunate of the sages. What is the compensation for humiliation? What are the criteria for determining the amount of payment? It's all according to the stature of the humiliator and the humiliated. Both factors must be considered pagam, depreciation. It's assessed as follows. See her as if she were a slave woman being sold in the marketplace. And we calculate how much she was worth prior to the violation of Kama Yafa and how much she was worth after the violation. No Shava B'chol Adam. However, the fine is the same for every person. That's in the regular move. Right? And every monetary liability that has fixed amount from a Torah, Shava B'chol Adam. It's the same for every person. It doesn't make a difference how famous she is and how big she is and how she is. The Torah gives a knas of 50 shkalim, it's 50 shkalim. Torah gives a knas of 30 shkalim. Doesn't make a difference who it is. It doesn't make a difference if it's Bill Clinton's wife or if it's Donald Trump's wife, or it doesn't make a difference who it is. The Torah gives just saying these examples. Like it could be some Rosh Hashiva's wife as well, or some Shiva's daughter, or some Amara's daughter, and it's still the same knas. More questions, legitimacy of requiring a violator and seducer to pay additional compensation, third damages. Let's say that when the Torah, the Merciful One, stated in the Torah that the violator and seducer remit 50 shloim is the payment for all things. Gemara counters on Reb Zeir said, so they say then that if one has relations with a daughter of kings, he pays 50 shekels. And if he has relations with a daughter of commoners, he also pays 50 shekels. Obviously not. What challenges this reasoning, when Abaye said to him, if so, with regard to the 30 shekel fine paid for a slave killed by a muad ox, you can also ask your question. So they say then that if one muad ox kills a slave who cuts gems, he pays 30 shekels. However, they say muad ox kills a slave who performs Ma'aseh Machat Shloshim. Elamar Reb Zeir ili boy alei shnayim echad kedarcha echad shloi kedarcha yom bal shnayim chamishim bal guma chamishim. By Yochi Gabi Eved Yami Eved Bari Shloshim Eved Mukha Shchin Shloshim Elamar Baya Makra Tachas Esher Eino Haina Tachas Esher Eino Mechlal Deika Boishes Begam is Boishes Begam. Rava Omar Kal Ben Asna Isha Sheikh Imal Avi Nara Chavishim Gesel Anal Shigiyos Nun Mechlal Deika Boishes Begam Veimel Dido Ikashia Menori Besa Omakra Menori Besavia. Omakra Menori Besavia. Kol Shrach Nirei Lavio Ve'elahad Amar Rav Huna Amar Rav Nain Shemaisa Abbas Lavio Shnem Bechim Ka Ish Espita Ne'in Lama Ma Amma Maisi Yadei L'Rabba Abbas Maisi Yadei Lavio Lama Li Tepek Le'im Nirei Besavio Elahir Paz Nadarim Hu Chsiv Chiteiman Ne'evnim Maidam Yisula Le'yafin Don Chiteiman Ne'ev Mekdasa Maidam Mekdasa Le'yafin on El Mistavra Le'avio Havi Yibai Masaladim Novo Mugashkin could give it all to Novo Mugashkin Gam Roy and Isaac look at Shivon and Gas, Irish meal, Bush, small Langdon, come on the right sleep and mesh, Ben Shivon, the Basula, the Shivabula, Shamash, Shivabula, the Shamshay, Shamash, my African name, I mean Shivon Bula, the Shivon Shane Bula, the Seal, Navdoy. Now they might have to name, but I have a share so double. Cletus Uach, Hamila. Komokishma, Mecha, Knas, Komokish, Knas, and Mecha, Knana, Shemecha in the Knas. Naro, Yeshlo Knas, and Lo Mecha. Naro, Yeshlo Knas, and Lo Mecha, but yes, and Lo Mecha, like Knas. Amar Yehuda, Amar Av, Zudiri, Rameya, Avachomayim, Yesh like that, smoking Mechad, Tanya Kadanya, Basya Mechad, Ashdavishtay Sada, Yesh like Mecha, Vein like Nas, Shdavishtay Sada, Shdaviboga, Yesh like Nas, Vein like Mecha, Divri Rameya, Shayira Meya, Shayira Meya, Ime, Komagish Yesh Mecha, and Knas, Komagish Yesh Knas, and Mecha, Chomayim, Tanam, Baskim, Shnayim, Baskim, Shanim, Yemechad. As the bagay is the knas in mecha knas from mecha am khisto by time meya ikash amakrav leitia the isha hava asma hava asma kosma dave rabonan hava asma kosma dave am shokash amakrav na filo. So no, I want to say what's the name? Stock is on the call. Stock is. I'm a call now. I feel like a talent mashma. Someone of Papa, but he did have Hannah. Make call Glochius. Also, I'm going to come out. See me by Shiamalay. So you know how much decent low. I know how much decent low. This one we mentioned, this one we didn't mention. I'm stock is a Mr. Shemal Katana. Potter Shanema. Potter Shanema, and also Navi Nada. Nada, Malay Diba, Cosmas, Glora, Adama, what I will consider one that on the Hiyavi may not feel like that. Okasiva, you may, MS, Yanova, Zelin, Sulam, it's yes, not a best of Asia. Miss Galua, Kadana, Nabasoichini, Elacanado, Komokishnemanad. I feel like a ton of mushroom. So we're also saying I feel like a ton of.